for the Preds, and he gets sat.
Yeah.
They look completely lost on the power play.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It looked like they had me out there.
Like the Preds power play, when they would get into scoring position, the Canes were like rolling around them like they were standing still. It shouldn't be that way because you do have a man advantage, right?
Yep.
Boy, it didn't look like it. Didn't look like it.
There is a reason it's called the power play.
Yeah. So there was that. He also he being John Hines, hit him with the Hines. He is taking a lot of heat on his lineup. He decided to go big. So remember Goodbranson, when he was signed, we had Alex Daugherty on, who's going to join us here in about 10 minutes.
Your cousin.
Yeah. And he said, look, man, if you see that guy rolling around in the playoffs, something's going on. Well, he was.
Around, yeah.
So Hines wanted to go big. So Goodbranson, 6'5", 222. He's inserted for Fabro, who's 6 foot 189. Can't look. The they didn't match up physicality-wise. In the first period, I think they did. In the second period, no. In the third period, they got demolished. It looked like some Game of Thrones thing where some poor person is cornered in the corner with and just being hit over the head with something with a nail in the end of it. Sorry, I did get graphic there.
Yeah, you
but that's
really
what
did.
That's what it looked like. So to me, it wasn't the physicality, which I know a lot of people are talking about. To me, it was, and Slay agrees, and I'm going to let you hit on this because we said the same thing when we were talking about it earlier. It looked like the Canes, to your point, Don, were skating circles around the Preds.
So fast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Preds need to get faster. Screw this whole big thing.
Yeah.
Get Goodbranson, goodbye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get Fabro back out there. Get Ellie Tolvanen back out there. Get Rocco Grimaldi back out there. Sit Duchesne.
Can I raise my hand on that?
Yeah, because I'm a hockey expert and I'm working the lines here.
No, and I see what you're saying, but what happens when your fast still isn't even close to that fast?
Well, then you got nothing you can do.
Well, exactly.
You got no chance with that lineup yesterday. You got no chance.
Really? Because I'm like, then you do something different and you say, okay, let's out physical them. That's how we have a chance because we are completely outmatched.
I thought that's what it was. Like,
dude, in the third period, the Canes
didn't work.
The Canes were like rapid fire plowing people into the glass. It was like boom, and then boom, and then boom.
Yep.
It's like a fireworks show out there.
Yep. Exactly. And it was bad. I'm going to be honest. And it was so much in the game. And I would equate it to something like basketball when coaches, or football also, when they say you play to the whistle and you play past the whistle. But in this situation, when they would get a stop, Juice would get a great stop, and everybody would kind of just stand up and go limp and go dead for a second instead of continuing to play. That's a problem.
Let's talk more about it. Alex Daugherty from AtoZ Sports joins us next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Buck really dislikes your naked feet.
People's feet are disgusting to me. That's why I get pedicures, because feet need to be taken care of. And if you don't take care of your feet, I think less of you as a person.
The Buck Rising Show. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 104.5 The Zone.
Dang, that's pretty harsh from Buck.
Feet promos, man. They're sweeping the nation.
They are sweeping the nation. You know what else is sweeping the nation, at least sweeping Middle Tennessee, is somebody that you can trust to take care of your HVAC. And the only one I will recommend is My Complete Comfort Solutions, your complete heating and cooling solution. They serve all of Middle Tennessee. Best referral I have ever gotten. Kevin with Complete Comfort Solutions HVAC. Maybe your air conditioner unit was limping along at the end of last summer. So coming in, you're going to need a new unit. And maybe you can't really afford it right now. I get it. Give Kevin at Complete Comfort Solutions a call because they offer a no credit check financing plan so you can get your unit when you need it most and then pay it off. 615-668-4784 is Kevin's number. You can also catch him online at mycompletecomfortsolutions.com. Proud dealer for American Standard and Mitsubishi Diamond. Complete Comfort HVAC. They are your complete heating and cooling solution. I've had Kevin out to replace 2 of my units, and he is professional, is not going to try and outsell you something. Kevin will take care of you, I promise. Give him a call, My Complete Comfort Solutions, 615-668-4784.
Searching for your next vehicle? You've certainly noticed the lack of selection and inventory at dealerships, not at Music City Autoplex. While others are shrinking inventory, Music City Autoplex
We need to figure out what happened to the Preds and what needs to happen moving forward. Alex Daugherty from AtoZ Sports joins us now. Alex, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing? I want to try some of those wings.
No doubt, man.
So good.
Here's the thing. Like, they're lemon pepper, but I think I've identified the secret. I think they brush them with butter and then put the lemon pepper and
Like
all that
butter
stuff.
and
They
salt?
cook them. And, yeah. I think that's what's going on there.
They did it right. Sounds like they did it right.
It works, yeah.
Butter's always a good thing, right, to add. Hey, thinking back, like, as you're watching the game last night, were you surprised at the way that it went or not?
Well, given the lineup, I mean, John Hines goes with this big lineup. I mean, I guess I was kind of surprised that they were in it for as long as they were. I mean, it being 2-2 going into the third period, as he said multiple times in the post game. I mean, you got to feel pretty good about your chances at that point. But then, as you pointed out, like the Hurricanes they hit fifth gear, maybe sixth gear in the third period, and they were just flying around guys. I mean, it was like another game. A brand new team came out of the third period for the Hurricanes and just zipped on by them and put a couple goals on, and that was it. I mean, like, the Predators couldn't catch their breath. I mean, they were just getting out on the ice, getting beat everywhere, and then dumping the puck in for a change. I mean, it was just that was the entire third period.
It really was, and Slay, that's what you were saying.
Exactly.
You noticed the speed differential between Carolina and Nashville.
Yeah, that was amazing, Alex. That would be one of the things I asked you. How many times did Juice have one of the saves that could be on a highlight film or a training tape for other goalies, and then by the rebound, the Preds not getting the rebound, the other guys around them, the Hurricane would just pick it up and kick it to somebody in front of the net, and everybody was like frozen for the Preds. How much does that fall on them, or how much does that fall on Juice for not corralling the puck when he had the opportunity to?
Yeah, I don't think anyone could put any blame on UC Saros, except for the one goal, the stall goal that he cheated to the middle and Stahl got him on the short side. That's about the only time in the game that you can say UC Saros was at fault. Look, the guy was overrun in the third period. That save that he made right before the go-ahead goal was incredible. That right there is a highlight reel goal. You just have to stop the tape real quick before you get to the goal that he did let in, because the Predators defense was just standing around. And, there's a lot of blame to go around on that one. I mean, go watch the tape. Ryan Johansson is just standing there. I mean, the defense.
Standing there watching. He was just standing there watching.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, standing there watching the play. I think maybe enjoying the save. I don't know what was going on. But basically, I mean, you could put a lot of blame on the third pairing defense there. Harper and Goodbranson did get beat. But the forwards have to come back. They can't hold them off forever. So that was bad. And look, Johansson didn't have a terrible game, but he didn't have a great one. Look, the blame goes all around. I mean, the top players for the Predators were not the top players. There's just no way around it. And John Hines actually talked about that today at his press availability. And I mean, given that he's had a few hours to kind of like sleep on it, I mean, I can't disagree with the guy. The top players for this team were not there tonight, except for Philip Forsberg. Philip Forsberg was as good as we've seen him. He does things on the ice that no one else can do. Everyone else, I mean, Mikhail Granlund, terrible game. Matthew Shane had some good moments. Ryan Johansson, not so sure. How about Roman Josi and Ryan Ellis? Maybe one of their worst playoff games ever. I mean, they could not keep up. So it was a bad game all around, definitely, and especially in the third period.
So do you have an issue with the lineup?
Well, here's the thing, Dawn. Like, I think that you can make the case that John Hines maybe made an interesting decision. I mean, like, it wasn't the worst thing to do to try something new. He knew that he didn't have the horses to skate with Carolina. Right. He's known that all season. So going with a bigger lineup isn't a terrible move. I mean, like, it's at least that, you're bringing something different. However, like, I mean, look, Ben Harper has been okay this season. Eric Goodbranson he's just a big guy. I mean, he's like 6'6", 230, 225. He's like Ron on skates, basically.
No, Alex. Brenda say I'm 285, so he can't be me.
I didn't.
I'm the fridge on skates.
It's those wings,
So those guys are big guys, and like they can skate, but they can't keep up with Sebastian Aho. They can't keep up with Niederreiter and Teravainen. They can't keep up with them. So I think it was an interesting thought to go with game one. I think we'll definitely see a change on the bottom pairing in game two. I think you'll probably see Dante Fabro back. Dante Fabro makes some questionable decisions, but he's got speed to make up for him. So I think he'll be back in the lineup, maybe even Matt Benning. But yeah, I didn't have a huge problem with it, Don, but it was not I don't think he's going to make that same lineup mistake twice. I'll say that.
What about Tolvanen? Will he be back out there?
Well, there seems to be a lot of pressure for that. I'm not sure that he can really keep him out. I mean, here's the thing: like you go into that playoff game. Most of the time in playoff games, you see the playoff whistles. There's less calls. Well, there were a ton of calls in that game. I mean, there were playoffs or power play chances all over the place. So now what's going to happen? He's going to get Tolvanen back in the lineup. There's not going to be any calls and no power play chances.
I totally agree.
Naturally, how it's going to go, right?
Yep.
What's that?
No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
It's funny in hockey. Like it's an interesting sport in the playoffs in that one game doesn't really kind of dictate what happens in the next one. They're almost like chapters in a book, which is
exactly right.
Yeah, which is interesting to me from a sports viewing perspective. But I think games are called that way too. Like I'm with you in that I don't think you'll see a whole bunch of penalties in the next game. I think they'll adjust.
Yeah. To continue that book analogy, in one chapter the main character can get killed off, and in the very next chapter he can come right back to life. Matt Duchene can be the hero in game two, right? And so can Roman Josi and Ryan Ellis. They can come right back in game two, win the second game, come back home with a split, and all of a sudden we're talking about the Preds have a chance to win the series. I mean, it's the playoffs are the craziest thing to watch in terms of just postseason play because of the magic of a 7-game series. So about Tolvanen, I think he'll play game two. I don't know how impactful he'll be. I think his even strength 5-on-5 game is still not quite there. So I mean, look, the guy can make an impact on the power play, but make a couple more mistakes in 5-on-5 and not be a great return. So I don't know. I think he'll probably come back though.
Alex, I need you to learn me something right now because I'm slowly learning about hockey, and I'm trying to figure it out. In sports, especially in basketball, you're able to slow the tempo down against a running team and negate that speed that they have. What would the Preds do to change this up? You got to do something with that speed. And the second part to that is shots on goal. Will it be lopsided like this throughout this series, or can the Preds? Can they change that up?
That was a bad stat. Yeah.
Okay.
Horrible.
So the main way you can slow down a speed skating team, it's like in basketball. You got a guy that can drive the lane. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to back up. You can't step up on him, right? You got to back up, give yourself a little bit more room, and then be ready to react, right? So it's not that dissimilar in hockey. I mean, you can't play too far up the ice. You got to sit back a little bit and allow yourself some room to maneuver into that guy's way when he's skating through the zone. The number one way to do that, and the way that the Predators like to do it, is they got to get a lead early. If you get a goal early, maybe a couple goals early, and you can sit back in like a little trap zone, and they have a hard time coming through that zone. No matter how much speed they have, they can't skate through you. So if they could get a goal early, get a couple goals early, they can sit back in the zone and neutralize some of that speed. But that's really the only way. If Carolina comes out, scores a couple goals, and they have to take chances in the offensive zone, I mean, it might be game over.
Yeah, and that's when you have multiple guys behind the net, and then the puck gets cleared, and you're like, oh, crap, here we go. So instead of that,
exactly.
you can sit back and allow them the puck, honestly.
And is that speed the reason that the goals were so lopsided? Like, why was it?
The attempts?
Yeah, the attempts, the shots on goal. Like, that was a little wild to me. It was almost doubled, if not doubled.
38-24, was that?
You really want to look at – I was just going to say that you really want to look at shot attempts, right? I mean, players try to get shots off all over the place. Shot attempts, the Hurricanes had 10 or 11, 12 more than the Preds. It doesn't sound like a lot, but that's pretty consistently more than them. Shots on goal were a little more even, but not that much. So, it really is about stopping that speed. I mean, if they can't get around you and get through you, and then try to pass to the middle of the ice like they've been doing all season, if you let them do that, then it doesn't matter, how many shots you get. They're gonna put 5, 6, 7 pucks in the net. So that's going to be hard to beat.
Alex, do you think I would affect the game by any stretch of the imagination by putting my stomach on the glass?
On Friday night, game
Friday,
3.
Yeah, I think that's
Ron needs glass
Bare
seats.
stomach.
just all bare, shirt lifted.
Well,
Barely
I
on
know
glass.
Taylor Lewan has made it to a few games, and he made an impact. So I don't think he can make an impact,
All
Ron.
right, all right. All right.
We had Joey on last week, and he said that he would want to see Ron's 6'8"
Yes, he
butt up
did.
on the glass, and that he would try to drive somebody into him.
The guy with the long legs
There
and
you go.
small torso.
It can't hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
look, you can't hurt. You need some playoff mojo. It can't hurt, Ron. I'd give it a try.
Cool. All right.
Let's go back to Saros real quick. I love what you had to say about him. I thought he played a very good game, honestly. And the one goal where he made the great save, and then everybody's still standing around looking around when the puck's behind his net, and then the puck goes right next to Joey, and Joey doesn't even see it, I don't think. And then the easy goal. And then the goal that Yossi tried to clear into the corner that didn't get there, and then everybody's standing around. You go back and watch that replay, nobody knew where the puck was there.
Yeah.
So I put those two on them, not Saros.
Certainly. Like I said, Saros can be blamed for the one goal, and even then, I mean, he's still trying to play a pass. I mean, it wasn't a terrible decision. Really, just a great shot by Jordan Staal. I mean, the guy lasered that up in the top part of the net. So. Look,
I'm not
Saros
talking. I'm not talking about that one. That one was awesome because he had no room to shoot that. But the one where Yossi tried to clear it and it ended up on Stahl's stick, and Stahl looked as surprised as anyone that the puck went in the net.
Yeah, that's true. You're going to have bounces like that. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And look, Saros has made his money this year on just almost pristine positioning. I mean, he is such a good positional goaltender. He's incredibly good side to side. His lateral movement is great. That edge work takes years to get down, and he's perfect at it. He obviously has a size issue, but he makes up for it because he cuts angles down. Well, when you have a speed skating team and they're moving laterally a lot, he's going to get a lot of work and he's going to look good most of the time. But it's just for whatever reason he's going to break down sometimes. So. And that one deflection, I think the first goal that they had was that was a perfect deflection that they made. So that one's not even really on him either, because every single goalie in the NHL is going to get beat on that because it's a perfect deflection 8 feet out from in front of the net. No way he could stop that one. So I know I sound like UC Saros' agent right now, but the guy is
I'm with you.
No, you're right.
the guy is still a good goaltender, and he's definitely a start in game 2. So I don't see any change there.
So how important is this game? You fall behind 2-0. That makes Friday must win, in my opinion. So, I mean, how important is it for them to figure out a way to get a split here?
Well, they've been in 2-0 holes before. I'm trying to think. I don't think that they've ever won a series they were down 2-0. I know they've never won a series they were down 1-0.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right. Okay, there you go. So there you go. I don't think they had. But they they've got to get – if Carolina holds serves and keeps it 2-0, the Predators obviously have to win both home games in order to keep it within striking distance. It's not completely out of the question. You see crazy things in the NHL all the time, but it doesn't seem – the bigger issue is if they lose game 2, you now have, 120 minutes of hockey where you haven't really been able to even beat them a little bit. So it's probably out of the reach. So, yeah, they got to steal game 2. Somehow they got to do it.
Love it, man. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you.
That, Alex.
Oh, there he goes.
That's right.
Alex Daugherty from
That's right.
AtoZ Sports.
Mic drop.
Just out.
I gave you.
Gave you everything I got.
I gave you what you wanted.
I gave you everything I got. Here's the thing. If they lose game 2, they got to win 4 out of 5 to win the series.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, that's.
And I'm going to be honest. I came away from that game thinking, man, we still okay. Like, adjustments can be made.
Yeah.
But if we go out there on game 2 and you play your heart out and you still see that speed, you going to fold that 10 up. I don't care who puts their belly on the ice on Friday. Like, it's not with that speed. Dude, I'm a Jurassic Park fan. And I was telling you off air, it was like the guy when he describes the Raptors, like it's one that's just watching you and then they get you from the side. Yeah, like, and they were on that puck. That was amazing to me. Like, dude, that was my first TV game watching all the way through, and I couldn't stop watching because of the speed of Carolina.
I
So
love
true.
that we're all here for you becoming a Preds fan.
It's happening right in front of your eyes.
Right in front of our eyes.
And this didn't have nothing to do with betting or nothing, y'all.
And it's
Although the empty netter.
Oh, yeah,
the
I lost.
empty netter
the empty
might
netter
have
killed me.
gotten you. Yeah.
It bit me.
You and the empty netter
The
have
empty
a
netters paid me
interesting-
twice, too, though.
Yeah, you and the empty netter have an interesting relationship.
Yeah, but I'm here, man.
The fact that it's that obvious to him too, how
Right.
fast Carolina
Right.
skates, and the big difference between
Right.
them and the Preds game
Mhm.
is, I mean, it's blatant.
It is. It is. It makes me want to watch other games to see, like, are we that slow or are they just that fast? Like, I know it's Carolina
They're
and the
that
Avalanche.
fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are.
Okay.
When we come back, story just broke. Former Louisville assistant and I believe head coach in the world of college basketball was indicted by the FBI.
Uh-oh.
Louisville had to release a statement. Chris Mack had to release a statement.
Uh-oh.
We've got that for you. Also on the Zone TV feed, Ron Slay is everywhere. I see him on YouTube. I see him
Yeah,
on
I'm all
Twitch responding to people. I see him on Facebook responding to
I'm all
people.
over.
He's so good.
So hit it
I'm
up
in all
on
the buildings.
We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Feeding your curiosity from all the food groups. Phone, smart speaker, radio, and now Twitch. It's 1045 The Zone TV. Watch now. 1045thezone.com.
All right, here's the deal. We're talking Preds. We're talking Stanley Cup playoff run here. Last night, didn't go as planned. That's okay, though, because there's another one on Wednesday, May 19th. Game 2 on the road in Carolina as the Preds take on the Carolina Hurricanes. First of all, this is the 7th straight season that this Preds franchise has been 7 straight in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So this is just a little bit of a different challenge. You can watch the game on Wednesday at the Corner Pub official watch party. That's presented by Bud Light. Or you can always head downtown to the 5th and Broadway Smashville celebration. That area is awesome, by the way. And on Friday, we're going to be live downtown prior to their Game 3 home game. So you can come on down, say hi to us, and experience Game 3 on Friday or Game 4 on Sunday and watch with other Preds fans at Walk of Fame Park downtown. Always an awesome atmosphere. Go to NashvillePredators.com/playoffs. You can find out where to watch at a Preds-approved bar or restaurant in your neighborhood. There is nothing like playoff hockey here in Smashville, and it's even better when you get to watch it with fellow Preds fans. So NashvillePredators.com/playoffs is where you need to go. Find out about the parties and all the Preds-approved bar and restaurant locations and get info on Preds Pride pickups and much more. NashvillePredators.com. Well, housing prices here are through the roof, and that means you're probably sitting on a ton of home equity.
basically he got fired, and they cut the money off. So I guess he got fired with cause, whatever that cause was. This is coming out in pieces. So he wanted to get the money that was left on his contract, which was another 17 months. So he wanted the university to pay his salary an additional 17 months or provide an equivalent lump sum, or he would go to the media with all of these NCAA violations that he knew about. So give me my money or I'm talking.
Drama.
I'm going to tell on you.
So that's where we are. And
Gotti-o.
so basically, we'll get to the statements in a little bit, but basically Louisville's throwing its hands up in the air to the NCAA going, hey, man, he did this to us. We don't know what's going on. Do whatever you need to do, that kind of thing. So we'll get to it. Jim Wyatt joins us from TennesseeTitans.com. Jimmy, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good. Rookie minicamp over the weekend, and not a lot happens at these things, but a good acclimation process, I think, for the rookies to, learn where their positional meeting rooms are, learn where to get food, learn where to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, what really happens.
Yeah, and on the field, and correct me if I'm wrong, but on the field, it's basically like, hey, have you been doing your homework? Have you been in your playbook? Do I have that down?
Yeah, you do, and it's really especially limited, and this particular time, and it's really jumbled just because of the way the building is. On the field, you have roughly 25, 27 guys there. Far in practice there at the end, but it was a very you had walkthroughs, you had jog-throughs. Most of it was individual work, and it was kind of like you said, Brent. I mean, it's making sure guys are in the playbook, not making the same mistake twice, getting used to being out there with their coaches, getting used to one another. But, there was no 7-on-7 stuff. It was a 7-on-7 walk-through, jog-through, but obviously no team stuff. And then inside the building, guys are having meetings, and meetings with the coaches are virtual, and kind of same off-season rules from last year apply. It does get the process going. Those rookies continue to work this week on their own. They'll join the veterans next week. Some of those guys are in the building, and then you just kind of go from there. But this was just more of an introduction. Couldn't really glean too much from it. I mean, the biggest development that really came from it is Elijah Lipscomb from Vanderbilt earned a roster spot as a result of his work over the weekend. And, Saturday, the day we were out there, he was cramping. He was in and out of the building. He had one period where he, struggled a little bit, but for the most part, I think he impressed them over the course of the weekend enough to at least get his foot further in the door, and then we'll just kind of see what happens from here.
What else did you learn?
Well, I mean, I continue to maybe be impressed with how Caleb Farley is handling himself just from a interview standpoint and a commitment standpoint. He's still not able to go, and I don't know that when he's going to be able to go. He's still dealing with a back injury and rehabbing, but I like his attitude. I like the fact that he's so happy to be here, and now with him, it's just a matter of him getting himself in as good a shape as he possibly can, so when he's turned loose, he'll be ready to go. It's going to be a process with him, and it could take a little while. We don't know how much guys are going to be on the field. Several OTAs are scheduled for next week. He won't be a part of those, but we still don't exactly know what's going to happen with those yet. So in the meantime, he just has to keep doing his work. Des Fitzpatrick looked good to me from a physicality standpoint. Same with Racy McMath, another big guy who looks the part. You just kind of got quick glimpses of those guys as they get started.
So, Jim, this is more like freshman orientation. You go there, you meet your professor, you get your syllabus, go on home, get acquainted with everybody, and then you get ready for next week when school really starts. That's what we're getting right here from this, huh?
That's exactly right. And even next week, I mean, normally in normal off seasons, when rookies kind of get acclimated and then coaches try to get them up to speed, then boom, all of a sudden you go from a really limited rookie mini camp to a full-fledged practice with the veterans. You know, that's not going to be the case, you know, this year because you don't exactly know how many veterans are going to be there, and some of the work this year is going to be more limited than it had been in previous years. Obviously, everything's an improvement over last year when everything was virtual, but it's going to be more of a time for these guys to continue to get in their playbooks and get their bodies ready and kind of learning what's expected of you in the NFL. And then when it is time for veterans to be there full go, those guys are up to speed.
So no frustration signs or anything shown by the coaches, by guys not being able to go or guys having to go in and out like Moulton had to do, or Weaver with this thing hanging over him. It's still too early right now to dive into and to be invested in it being a problem, right?
Yeah, I think this is a time when you're careful. Like, you know, Vrabel didn't give any insight on what's going on with Molden. He came out for, you know, the 7-on-7 walkthrough and another kind of light period. He was inside the building working up until then. He had a uniform on. I think you don't want to overload guys or take any chances if anybody's dealing with an injury now, and I think coaches are perfectly fine with that. I'll say from an eye test standpoint, I mean, I mentioned Fitzpatrick, I mentioned McMath earlier. I mean, I saw, Molden up close, and you know, he's listed at 5'10", 192. I mean, and I've seen him obviously play in college, but he's thicker and more stout than I even thought he was. And so I'm curious to see when things are a go, just how he looks in drills. But you know, like a lot of these guys, until the pads come on, even that's tough to gauge when they're out there going through non-padded practices.
Real quick on the way out, do you still anticipate this team adding something of note at wide receiver or tight end?
I mean, as I look at the roster now, I mean, obviously you've got some players who have done it, you know, receiver, AJ and Josh Reynolds. But after that, I mean, you've got, you know, Cam Bass's obviously played some of this league, but you've got a lot of other guys who have something to prove. So it's not going to surprise me there, or tight end where you've got Ferkser and Swaim, and then guys looking to prove themselves. I mean, it's a great opportunity for Jared Pickney, great opportunity for some of these other young guys at both receiver and tight end. But I just, you know, from being around for so long and just kind of seeing how things have transpired in years past, I think this is the time when the coaches and the John Robinsons of the world let the young guys show themselves, show what they can do. And then if you feel like you need help, you go out and get help. You know, and I'll look at both those positions as places where it's not going to surprise me at all if we've got another addition or two, before camp starts.
Well, the Chiefs cut Tajay Sharp. How many mailbag questions have you got with that name on there?
Well, I've gotten one, and I remind people that, you know, he was there to kind of be had, you know, last year, and the team didn't necessarily jump to get him. I think people like Tajay and certainly respect him, and I think he's a guy, because he's been here before, he could pick it up, and maybe it's another one of those situations where they want to see what some of the guys in the building have before you sign somebody. He's somebody I've have in mind that's out there, potentially could be added, but how soon, I don't necessarily know the answer to that question.
TennesseeTitans.com, that's where you get Jim Wyatt's stuff, and it's a great website. Also on Twitter, @JWyattSports. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You guys have a good week. Thank you.
All right, Jim Wyatt weekly here on Tuesdays at 3:45. When we come back, the University of Tennessee with another football transfer that they have added, this time to the defensive secondary. Got that for you next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
J-Mart and Ramon. That's really all we need to say.
That's okay, too.
J-Mart and Ramon. Tomorrow morning from 6 to 10.
104.5 The Zone.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS.
this out.
No, we're not working it out. Yeah, do you see what Slay just did? Slay just worked it out by buying me and having him delivered a whole new batch of wings, which were phenomenal.
Long story short, if you're just tuning in, Ron Slay this morning was like, hey, I'm bringing in wings.
Lemon pepper wings.
And we're like,
I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
okay,
And he's like, Brent, don't bring that stupid salad that you bring. And I didn't.
Yeah. Yep, you
And
did.
so he brought wings, and I had like 4 of them. And, Shafe had a couple, and Rhett B had a couple.
That's the problem. What is Shafe doing busting in here?
See, you should be mad at him, not me.
I don't even know
and
how.
you.
I don't even know how that happened. Like, did Shafe just get a whiff
stopped,
of it?
I stopped by him, and I had it in my hand. I was like, man, y'all got to
You were being nice.
I said, y'all got to try a wing.
Yeah.
A. Singular.
Well,
so
I
by
will
the
say
time
they're
Dawn
so
gets
good.
so sometimes we get a text from Dawn. It's like, I'm coming in hot.
That's my
Well,
guy, though.
we didn't today because she came in at 2:45, and she comes in the best mood. And it
For
smells so good
6
in
steps.
here.
6 steps.
Yeah.
And then she realizes that Joe Hunk had a few wings and ate the last one and was very proud of the fact that he ate the last one.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's dead to me.
Well, see, and what happened is I looked and I thought, oh, if there's one of each, then I'll save both of those, and she can have both of them. Then when I saw there was only one left, I'm like, well, there's only one.
Might as well kill this off.
I'll just go ahead and finish this off so I can get it off the table
no.
and throw it away.
Clean it up.
Hold on.
Yeah.
How many did you have prior to that one?
Prior to that one, I'd had 3 or 4.
See,
that
Prior
is
to
the
that
problem.
one.
the investigation might dictate otherwise.
That's the problem.
I know that I had 3 legs and I think I had 2 wings
I
total.
think we figured out it was 8, didn't we?
8.
Yeah,
Look, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all haven't been around me when I'm eating. I can eat a lot of food. I'm not
See,
even gonna
here's
lie.
here's where I was. This is the decision I made. I had 4, and Ron knows I love the flats.
Mhm.
I don't even like the other one. What is it called?
The drums.
Drums, yeah.
I took 2 flats and 2 drums, one of each, and I got half. What was it? Sweet and sassy.
Yep. Gotta
Yeah.
have sweet and sassy. Yep.
That's
So
that's
you missed
Dawn
on
right
Babs.
there.
Yeah,
Sweet and sassy.
There
And
we
then
go.
2 lemon pepper. So I split it up perfectly. But then Hunk's like all proud of it. So Dawn's like, what do you mean you ate the last one? And he's like, yeah, it's over there right next to you in the thing. They were so
Just
good.
look behind you.
They were
Look.
so good.
Let me just explain it to you. Like, I thought that you guys were kidding and messing with me.
Yeah.
Like, just to get me riled up and get a reaction with me, because I thought there's no way in hell they didn't leave me one single wing. There's no way. Oh, no, there's a way.
Yes, it was.
There's a way. He was not. I thought
Yeah.
Joe
Hunk's
Hunk
the
was
way.
messing with me.
I am
He
the
was
way.
not.
Hunked away.
I am the way.
So while we're
away,
doing the
hunk
first
away,
segment, we're talking on the radio. Slay, unbeknownst to anyone else, gets on the Uber Eats app and orders more. And here they come. So during the break, he didn't even tell us. He leaves to go downstairs. There's no front desk person at Chemo's Nashville, so I don't even know how he made this work.
I don't either.
Yeah,
His
it's a
reps must
tripper.
have helped him
Yeah.
out. I
He's
don't-
just the goat.
Always
She's
gotta
standing
count
at
on
the
the
glass
reps.
doors right behind you.
Yeah,
so she's
gotta
being
count
like,
on
God
the reps.
intervened. I don't know. God wanted the wing delivery to happen.
Needed it happen.
So he comes back up and delivers Dawn like 15 lemon pepper wings.
And then I almost started crying about it. Seriously. And
You
I'm
said
not
this
like
is the
a.
nicest thing
I'm like,
anybody's
this
ever
is-
done for me.
This is the nicest thing anybody has
So
ever
then
done for me.
Hunk-
And now I have to be really nice all day, except to Hunk because he's dead to me.
But can you agree though? The lemon pepper wings are good.
Oh, really?
Do you hear that laugh?
Yeah, that was.
Dude, we
That's
just
kind of
found out our
sinister
new
laugh. Yeah.
producer is evil.
Hunk,
He's
you'll never
like-
get out the hole.
Remember the Super Friends with the Hall of Justice?
Yeah.
Like there was all these that maniacal, like bad guy dictator type dude.
Yeah.
That's him.
I am shook.
That's the Hunk.
I am a
Right.
nice guy.
He always had that laugh. Well, so then Hunk tries to double down on what Slay's work and goes, yeah, I had it pulled up in here. I was going to do it too.
Oh yeah, he
That
was.
was smart.
I was gonna
That was
have.
smart.
I was gonna
Look,
have
look,
wings delivered
you guys
to
can see.
you.
Look, the app is pulled up. I
can't see that
seriously
far.
had
I
it
can't see
pulled
that far.
up.
I can't see that
I
far.
was gonna do it, but he went 24 hours in front of me.
Oh,
I was gonna have it for you when he walked in the morning
Hunk is
or in the
killing it.
afternoon.
Hunk
You
is
know,
killing it.
you know what's crazy?
What's crazy?
I'm sitting here and I can't even look at Dawn.
What's
when-
crazy
when
is
he
you
do
don't
it.
have a wing sponsor. I don't know how this is
That's
happening
first
right
and
now.
foremost.
Yeah, we're
You
working
are-
on it.
Yeah, that's
Sales peeps.
yeah. My other reps.
Yeah.
Sales
yeah.
reps. Come on, I need y'all. I'm gonna text them in a minute. I will say, looking at Babs when I don't know what it was. Jim Wyatt,
She saw
there's
something.
some more wings on the way. Jim Wyatt was talking. Anytime somebody says He was
In
like,
the
man, in the building, like, me and
You
Babs.
guys
just
were like
bust-
children.
Hey, dude.
It's almost
Hey,
like
man.
Jim Wyatt was paying off a bet or something. Like
It
somebody was like, "Hey man,
How many times can he say it?
how many times can you work
He
in
said
the
it
building
like
into the
4
conversation?"
times, and every time I was like,
I'm looking at Babs like, dude, he said it.
Yeah, like
It was
Slay had a
gold.
question at one point,
I
and-
so
but he
did.
couldn't do it because he was barreled over there laughing
Hey, man.
we are children.
Dude,
We
hey.
are
over
children.
by the Titans monkey with no headband.
Yeah. Hey, Ramon Foster. Now, let me go. Let me say
here we
this real
go.
quick. Hey,
Here
man.
we go.
Now, you my dog. You know this, man. Hey, leave my Costa Rican monkey alone. Somebody keep messing with it. And
There's a Titans Costa Rican monkey in
Yeah.
the studio,
with a headband that I wear on Fridays.
and he and Ron have a really good relationship.
Yeah.
They're really tight.
Like, leave him alone. Where's the fist?
Leave him alone. It's over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
It's
See,
on my
hey,
side.
Nah, it's supposed to be over there. I was just going like, wait a minute. This is going haywire.
Also a
in here.
Titans fist that
Yeah.
Ron purchased. at
But the
studio.
Costa Rican monkey, when I come in here, it's like the headband's over his eyes or it's off hanging halfway.
Oh, that's
like
totally Ramon messing with you.
I know it is, man.
Don't give him that power.
He got it.
Don't let
Okay.
it affect you.
It is. Like I was kicked back chilling, and I looked over like, dude, who's messing with my monkey?
So Curtis on Twitter listens to a loyal listener to 3HL.
Okay.
Love him normally.
Oh, wait, oh.
Tweets this. So at Don Davenport TN was a slacker, came late, and is now mad. Hashtag early rewards. Hashtag in wings we trust.
Well, I mean, there is some truth there. Like, if you'd have been here at 2:15, you'd have had all the wings. you
Okay,
wanted.
but 2:45 is not late. I'm still on time.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, I
Really
will
kind of
say,
early, actually.
Like he's usually my guy, my dude. I like him.
By the way, Slay called Dawn the queen of the show, which she is. Multiple
No.
people coming at Slay on this, including Scott. She keeps at Buck Rising in line. I'd say she's queen of at 104.5 The Zone.
Dude, he needs to be kept in line. Some of his takes, I'm like, really? Really?
But he thinks
Did
that
you
about
see
some
what
of your
he
takes,
tweeted?
though, too. That's why it's
I know,
it's a
but he's
symbiotic
wrong.
relationship.
He's wrong. Did you see his tweet? All right, let's get in on the Preds, right?
We're attacking other shows right now, in case anybody was wondering.
No, we're not attacking.
I was attacking one of the hosts of the other show.
I do.
I was.
Get your hands off my monkey.
Yeah,
Let
come
me
on.
go ahead and say that I do love Buck, and I respect the fact that he is comfortable and confident enough to come with dumb opinions. I absolutely respect the heck out of that. And he does them intelligently to where you almost think they're not dumb, but then you really dive into them and you're like, nope, that's dumb. So,
I think, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I
don't want to derail you, but I've got a great idea.
I do love Buck. And I do love messing with Buck. Anyway, so last night he was kind of trolling the Preds. And I was bothered by it. Like,
he doesn't like the Preds Twitter feed.
okay, everybody came at me yesterday saying, "Oh, you hate the Preds," just because I kept it real and said, "Hey, Carolina's a better team."
Boy, it's
Here we
looking
go.
like Carolina and 5 right now.
Exactly. So Buck tweeted last night, "Can I get a vibe check? Hashtag Preds." I mean, that's just a, you know what move.
Yeah.
What,
Every
man,
bit
I
of it.
could insert a lot of words into that.
Well, pick one, and it works.
Like whoosh, something that rhymes with whoosh,
Correct.
something that rhymes with stick.
What do I usually send you in a text? The letter D with the bag emoji.
Yeah, she does.
There
It
you
turned into a suit. Now you just send a suitcase, and that means D-bag.
go. Correct.
And sometimes she's talking about Buck, but not all the time.
Well, Buck, you got to get it together. Buck, because
Here's
you're
my
Bunk.
thing.
The Preds have got to get it together, too.
Somebody
definitely
needs to sponsor Dawn and Buck like once a month, and you should like double duty and do his show one day.
Oh.
I would want to hear you going at
Oh.
him, and he can't leave the door's locked.
Lock
the door.
See?
Lock the door. Presented by Insert Lock Company here.
There it is.
Just do it one time ever.
See, that just
And-
that'll lead over to something else. We're crossing the show.
Yeah.
Everybody jump on somebody else's show for a day,
I'm
1
totally
week.
good with that.
Back in the day, I used
I
to,
go wreck
when
a
I
show.
listened to Sports Talk Radio, and I didn't do this for a living, I always wondered, like, I always thought it would be funny to, like, put different hosts on just one day a year
Yeah.
on different shows. And we used to talk about that with Brad Willis when he was program director, but he never pulled the trigger. Never got it done.
Paul Mason.
We should do that.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Oh, back then?
Yeah, back then.
Yeah, I mean,
It would have been entertaining, I bet.
yeah, you on a specific show would have been really entertaining.
Fire.
Fire. That was Beavis and Butthead. Fire.
All right, let's take a break.
We definitely need to take a break.
And
But
let's-
you were rolling.
I loved it.
When you're rolling, I try not to get in the way.
not.
You got to stop me.
As Ron Slay's shirt says, distinguish yourself. Do it in the break and then come back to us. We'll be right back.
From the NFL Draft to the Titans' first game and everything in between, we got you, Titans fan. Download the 104.5 The Zone app. Take us everywhere you go, because our season never ends. 104.5 The Zone.
Were you worried that you missed the great home loan rates? Don't worry, they're back down again. They're incredible right now. All the more reason to call Loan Pronto to get your new home loan and lock in the rate of your lifetime. Take advantage of Loan Pronto's special zero-cost refi program. You can snag that super low rate with no junk fees, no closing costs. And listen, you've heard this said, but they do not just roll closing costs into your loan. They actually cover them for you. Who else does this? This is even if you refinanced last month or last year, you do it again. Loan Pronto's all-digital process is fast. It's easy. Most loans get closed in about 14 days, and most of them don't even require an appraisal. Also, ask about how easy it is to get cash out of your home's equity. Now is the time. Don't let the equity sit there. Use it because it's your money. Loan Pronto, call them now. Start the process before the rates spike again. Do it now, and you can even skip your next 2 house payments. 615-499-5780 is your phone number. Visit them online at loanpronto.com. That's 615-499-5780. Equal housing.
Find out what a guaranteed offer would be on your home.
Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval. Not all loans eligible for zero cost.
Sell your home fast with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Don't worry about the hassle of constant cleaning and home maintenance. Now is the time to sell your home, and we can help you get a quick sell and maximum profit. Go to markspain.com, fill out a quick form, and receive an all-cash offer on your home today. There's no obligation. Our guaranteed offer allows you to bypass the market and sell your home hassle-free. There's no showings, no open houses, no stress. Choose when you want to move and close with confidence. One of our clients, Rachel, said, "We received an all-cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate in 24 hours.
Maybe there weren't.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. I forgot that I was on camera.
I got a box of now laters right here.
What about when you spilled chocolate on your pants the other day?
That was terrible.
Yeah.
You
It was
fixed
right
that
on
right.
the I did fix that right in front of the camera, not on purpose. It was right in the crotch area of my jeans. Was I dropped chocolate. Well, if you're sitting down, like that area is going to be warmer because you're sitting down, and so the chocolate then melted.
I was trying to figure out where you got chocolate that could just melt into your jeans. Like, how did that
Kirby?
happen?
From Kirby.
Yep.
Kirby gave me. See, you guys take care of me. And you wonder why I haven't lost all that pregnancy weight. Here we go. I got wings today.
See how
Kirby.
she just blames us.
Kirby always drops off chocolate for me. There you go.
Now that I think about it, I haven't done a whole lot for you, but
You're right. Up your game, Mayor.
Yeah, get on it. What you gonna do?
Like,
What you
wait
gonna
a
do
second.
next,
What
Mayor?
can I get out of this?
I don't know. But the problem that Dawn had was, and the reason why it needed fixing was she was going out to dinner.
Yes.
So
Had a date
but,
night
Oh,
with
yeah,
Mr.
sure
Babs.
did. You did say that. Yep.
But you never know what you're going to get on Zone TV because she was right up in that camera doing that.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Sometimes I forget.
Trey says, just for fun, can you give me a shout out? What up, Trey?
What's up, Trizzy?
Oh, yeah, because Trey's the one that said, eating them wings. Rockstar, a.k.a. I can't believe you're chowing down on the middle of the video feed.
Where's Trey hanging out on? He's on
Twitter.
It's amazing what you guys are getting done while we're doing the show.
Oh, we live.
Like you ordered off Uber Eats and got a delivery, and then she ate them all while we're on the air.
Yes.
This is turning into Seinfeld, man.
Like
every episode of 3HL
episode
is going to have a title. Like this is the Dawn didn't get wings episode, but then she did.
This is the Ron Slay is the GOAT episode. Okay,
Hey.
that's like every episode now.
By the way, while we're talking about nothing real quick, and we've got some
Yes.
college football news for you
Let's-
schedule-wise.
let's
September
start
4th.
talking about it.
September 4th, you can go ahead and just plan your day in your house because you ain't leaving.
Do not move.
So we'll get to that. But, and Dawn doesn't know this is coming.
Uh-oh.
But Questlove tweeted out today, the song that was number one on your 7th birthday defines 2021 for you. So for me, it's Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 by Pink Floyd, which is great. I mean, my favorite Pink Floyd song is Comfortably Numb, but I'll take it. That's April 2nd, 1973. Ron Slay, She's Got Betty Davis Eyes by Kim Carnes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You're not happy with that.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not. I felt like I should have got your song.
I mean, your song is kind of bad A, and then Slay's
Yeah.
is like, oh.
He was like, what song is that? And I'm like, she's precocious.
He just
Let me
busted out
play
the
it
song.
for you.
Just what it
He did.
takes to make. Anyway, so he played it, and he was like, oh, I've heard this.
Mm-hmm.
But then you start looking up Betty Davis.
Yeah, I'm like, what? First, I'm looking at Betty Davis' eyes, and
She was married like 8 times, and I think twice to the same person.
I'm gonna be honest, like that's one of my.
Yes.
And I just said it doesn't do that. The now letters don't stick to your teeth. And mine just did that in mid sentence. So anyway.
I'm like, why did he stop talking?
Yeah,
now
Did
and
you
later.
just pull, did you just pull one of your teeth out?
For me, now and later's are middle school and girls wearing jelly shoes. You remember those?
Oh, the jelly
yeah.
shoes. I
I wore
remember
those
that.
growing up.
Yeah, you were like 3, but
Yeah.
People used to run in jelly shoes, and
Oh,
everything.
wow.
Crazy.
They're
They were
back.
They're
Are they?
back?
Yeah.
I better not see nobody with no jelly shoes.
Yeah.
Look, kids,
Oh, I don't know.
I better not see nobody over 16 with no jelly shoes on.
What were you
Maybe
going to
15.
say when the
Oh,
now and later
darn it.
got stuck to your teeth?
That's one of my great traits. My eyes. Yeah, my eyelashes. Like people go crazy over my eyelashes. My eyelashes are long. I'm just
And
saying.
what show is this?
I'm really saying, like, really for real. Like
That's your game, is your eyes?
Man,
You
you
and
check me out
Betty.
from the side. Nah, Babs. When we go to break, I want you to come over and look at the side. Look from the side and look how long my eyelashes are.
Okay, I'll check it out.
But that
I'll
doesn't
let
go
you know.
with Betty Davis. I looked at Betty Davis. Betty Davis' eyes are big and bulgy and wide. Mine are beautiful.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that. I ain't
So
gonna-
that's
So
how
you're
he
saying
feels
that
about your
Kim Carnes should have sang
song.
about you.
Yeah.
Ron Slay's
Ron Slay eyes. Yeah.
Oh.
I got a Ron Slay's eyes. Ron Slay's eyes. Yeah, that's me.
Joe Hunk, August 26th. Wait, you were June 29th?
Ninth, yep.
1981?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Hunk, August 26th, 1984. Everything I do for you, Brian Adams.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Everybody got good ones, Babs, except me. Like, this is.
I did not know we were doing this, so what's mine?
Oh, you just assumed that we pulled it?
Oh, y'all don't know my birthday?
No, we pulled it. Dawn, February 25th.
Don't say it.
Insert year here.
Thank you.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, crazy little thing called love.
See, everybody.
There you go, Slay. Slay yours does.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody having a party, and then they play my song at the party. Everybody go sit down and go to the concession stand.
It's a bathroom break.
Yeah, like, come on. That ain't supposed to be nothing. That leave me out there by myself.
She did have a raspy voice, Kim Carnes.
Man, that ain't nothing.
Well, I'm about to pull it up.
Somebody go get me another song, man. Come on, get somebody.
Well, I mean, you were born when you were born.
I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. This
Love said 7th birthday.
I'm reclassifying.
You want to go to 6th birthday?
Yeah, I'm going to reclassify my age.
Reclass.
Put me in 82. Let me see what's going on in 82. Tell me the song from 82.
The World's Fair in
You're gonna red
Knoxville.
shirt?
That was going on.
Yeah, I'm a red shirt. Exactly.
He's got a red shirt.
Exactly.
Gator Mike next up on 3HL. Mike, what's up, man?
Hey, while I was on hold, so Hunt's song is perfect because he ate that wing for Dawn, right? Everything I do for you. That's what he just said.
Yeah.
Every little thing I do, man.
Hey, real quickly, Slay.
Yo.
Did you ever have knockout wings back in the day over there on Jefferson?
Loved them, and the bread was phenomenal.
Dude, those honey biscuits were to die for, like
Oh.
dessert.
Dude, we used to go and order the sweet tea, the fruit tea, and the 4 biscuits. Wouldn't even get the wings sometime, dude.
Oh,
That
I
was
think I've
amazing.
heard you
it's the
talk
best.
about that
Yeah, it
before.
was
Yep.
phenomenal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's no longer there though. He sold
I
out.
know,
the
yeah,
development,
that
so it
sucks,
stinks.
man.
So that's how I found Strokeout Wings. But anyways, Dawn, I was saying we know your first sponsor has to be Almond Joy, right? That's the number one.
Yeah.
But because of your takes on Buck's takes, you should just get sponsored by Dawn because some of Buck's takes are like, kind of slimy, used car salesman-ish. So, Dawn takes grease out of your way. So that's what you need right there.
Oh, that is so good. That's our next promo. Courtesy of Gator Mike. I love it.
All right, I'm out, y'all.
See ya.
See ya. Thank you.
See? I told you.
What?
Ramon just said it. Ron's
Slimy.
birthday song sucks. And listen, man, I know. That's why, that ain't my song. That ain't.
Poor Kim Carnes. What if Kim Carnes lives in Nashville and she's just rolling over the grocery store and she turns on 104.5?
Hey.
And we're just blasting
I
away
just
at
wanna
Betty
hear
Davis
what-
eyes.
Yeah, I just want to hear what the Preds did last night and how everybody thinks.
Yeah.
And we're just blasting away at a song that she performed, 30 years ago?
I would like to be remembered by
Almost
a
40 years ago,
classical
sorry.
song.
All right, you want 1982?
Give me 82.
Ebony and Ivory. Racial equality, Ron Slay.
I know.
You're a man of the
and
people.
Yes, I'm right there. Yeah, I'm right there. I just want to have a good time with my song, man. Like, I don't want to move the people or nothing. Just put me on the dance floor and let everybody come join me. All right, so I failed that class. Put me in 83.
Ron's about to be younger than I am.
Yeah, that's part of it. Come on, Brent. You got to do me a favor and get me to 83. Put me in a DeLorean. Take me back to the future.
It's not pulling up as fast for 1983.
See, now that's a problem. So that they must be onto it.
There
They must be
be
checking
a
my scores.
headband on my
Oh, yeah. No.
Your laptop.
Hey,
Oh, here it is.
See? Get them Babs.
Here it is. Flashdance, what a feeling.
Come on now. I'm
now
going.
that's a party
Pour the
song.
water on me. Put me on the glass. Yes. Pour the water on me. Slang my hair. I get a mullet. A little mohawk like Hump. Slang my hair. Yeah, there we go. Now we doing something.
Can
Silhouette.
you dance?
What? Babs, I can cut it. I ain't cut more than rugs. Well, I get to it. Yeah, I get to it. Yeah, put me out. But my main thing is letting people see the silhouette with the water.
The Ron Slay silhouette with the water coming down.
Oh, wouldn't they love that?
Are there people that don't know Flashdance?
That ain't Flashdance, is it?
No, it
No, it is.
Oh,
You're
God,
right, you're
darn.
right.
I was okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, wait a minute.
We'll put out a picture of Irene Cara.
No, put out a picture of me leaning back in my seat. Like
Your
this.
reps are going to have to do that.
Okay, yeah, I'm talking. Yeah, oh, reps. I know
Here
you're
it
listening.
Here it
There
comes.
you go.
Oh, man. All right. So we told you on September 4th, Saturday, September 4th, you're going to want to, get everything done before 2:30. And you're probably going to need some lead time to have some, if you're like me and Ron, and let's be honest, Davenport too, and certainly Hunk, you're going to need some ramp-up time for the game.
Yes.
So just noon. Get everything done before noon. Then you have a couple hours to get ready. And then you've got Alabama and Miami in the 2:30 slot, which means.
Which, by the way, just real quick, there's some Bama fans that aren't happy with the fact that they are not in prime time.
They're very unhappy about it, and they're unhappy at me for pointing out the fact that it's the right decision
No doubt.
to put the Bama-Miami game at 2:30 because it's going to be a blowout.
Not necessarily.
Yes. Have you seen Alabama play football in the last decade?
Eric King, dual threat, man.
Do you know what Miami's doing? You got Rhett Lashley over there OCing it.
I know. That's your favorite assistant coach.
All I'm saying is, Hunk just hit it on the head. That young
Eric
man
King's good.
That boy's cold. Ain't no that boy good. Ain't no, but that boy good. That boy good. That boy good. That boy cold blooded. I'm gonna be real. Listen, I don't
Joe
care
Lewis
nothing
was
about
73 years old when he got knocked out by Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Anytime you mention boxing, white man got to bring up Rocky Marciano.
Joe Lewis. Hey,
Don't
man.
see Coming to America 2, though.
Not if you want to do stuff like what we just did. Nope.
Okay.
Now you want to have
But
a
back
good
to
time.
De'Aaron King.
Hey, man.
If
young
she's
man.
right about Rhett Lashley, I mean, they're doing stuff over there at the U. They're doing
They
stuff.
are. It's on the way.
I mean, hey, there's.
I'll give you a half.
I
Anytime you
can
gotta laugh
almost say
before.
this with a straight face, but Alabama is breaking in a new quarterback. Alabama's breaking in
Bryce
new
Young.
coordinators. Oh, wait, they do that every freaking year. But yes, who knows? Maybe this is the year that it slows them down, or this is the year where there's a slow start and the chemistry isn't immediate for their offense. I mean,
Oh, no.
Hey, well, maybe. Okay.
what are you laughing at now?
Oh, here we go.
I think am I
Here we
dying
go.
over here?
Yeah,
Here
you
we go.
are.
Jay Pearson on Twitter. Kim Carnes does live in Nashville. In all caps.
Oh, see.
There you go, Ron.
She was just going to the grocery store to get some yogurt.
I'm finna find her and tell her, man, listen,
Kim,
I love Benny
please
Davis'
call
ass.
in.
I
Whoever
just wanna
knows Kim
know.
Carnes, please
I'm
call
about
in.
to tweet her. I'm gonna see if she's on Twitter.
Yep.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh,
Thank you, Jay
that's so
Pearson.
good.
Anyway, you were talking about maybe
Oh,
this is the
man.
year or whatever the hell. None of
Question
that's
is,
right,
though-
Dawn. Just
Yes.
stop. Just stop
Okay.
with that.
Well,
Stop.
so Brent, you are in fact correct that it's the right decision. That's not the primetime game.
Yeah,
because
the primetime
primetime game is going to be fun.
Mhm.
Georgia Clemson.
That's gonna be a battle.
Now Clemson's breaking in a new QB.
Listen, man.
They'll
I
be
like
all right.
Georgia. I like Georgia
He's legit.
in this game, and I like Georgia to win it all this year. I'm gonna go ahead and put
Don't
that on
you
Kirby.
know
I'm gonna
better?
put it on Kirby.
Ooh-wee.
He's been recruiting
Bulldog
like better than
fans.
anybody forever.
Yes, he has. 4
Listen,
straight number ones or something
The
ridiculous
last
like
4
that.
years they
Yeah,
split with
And
Alabama.
they still
Mhm.
haven't won the dang thing. And
That's
they
right.
still haven't made it to the dang
Now's the
thing,
year.
except for one.
Now's the time. I'm putting it on you, Kirby.
Ooh.
Georgia fans are putting it on Kirby too, because
Ooh.
if he doesn't get to the college football playoff this year, they're gonna be pissed. Remember they ran Mark Richt out after a 10-win season?
Yep.
Yeah.
They sure did.
Yeah.
It's time.
Sure enough.
Georgia Bulldogs. 1980 was a long time ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it wasn't 98 wasn't that long, but
Man,
I would
just talked
say
myself into all that. Wow.
yes, you did. You got in there.
I got it.
Which it's kind of like
You're right though.
what were we talking about yesterday? Like you should just know better. You don't ever put the dogs
In the corner.
to win it all.
Oh,
Put baby
yeah.
in
You
the
just
corner.
Baby.
don't.
You
They
don't
don't
put baby
do
in the
it.
corner,
You don't
yeah.
put baby in the corner. You don't pick Georgia to win the national championship.
You don't
because-
blast on Kim Carnes because she
'cause-
lives in your town.
Correct.
Man, I feel bad
These
about
are
that.
all facts.
All she wanted to do is listen to Titans rookie camp info, and
And here you go. This is all. This is all.
Why did
facts.
Molden not do more at camp?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Betty Davis.
I just went downhill.
Man, I don't know.
You know, she's about to call in and go,
I
"Hey,
know
man,
she is, man.
That song was number one.
Do
Man,
you know
Kim,
what that song made me? You know how much money I made off that song?
I'm asking we do like a little remix.
She's probably got like 600 acres over in Leapers Fork. Like
She
everybody
does.
else.
Guaranteed.
Oh, she'll hear. It's amazing how people hear that they are talked about on this show.
Oh, no question.
That's what Brent told
I
me.
promise she's getting text messages.
Yeah. All right. So the rest of the, I guess the focus on the schedule, right? Notre Dame, FSU, Sunday at 7:30.
I love it.
6:30
Where
Central.
are we with FSU? Too?
I was just gonna
Are
say
they gonna
that.
turn
This-
the corner?
No.
I
It'll be
know
that Alabama
FSU
game.
fans are pissed.
Oh, they gotta be.
I think I didn't get to see them play last year. I was in Tallahassee twice for
canceled?
games, canceled both of them
Wow.
while I was already there. So at least I did get to talk to some of the players and spend some time with Coach Norvell to kind of see where they were. I have all the confidence in Mike Norvell's offense. I just don't know if I have all the confidence in his ability to flip it this quick because it's that roster is a debacle.
Yeah, they're like Tennessee. They're
They have
basketball school.
zero depth. They are.
That is true.
It's trouble. Yeah. So anyway, and then Monday, Louisville and Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin, here you go. The Lane Kiffin effect has already begun because they have a Monday primetime game in the Chick-fil-A kickoff against Louisville.
Beautiful.
That's wild.
All
Allan
in.
Bell coming up. Guess what he has?
Odds. Early
Titans
odds.
2021 betting lines for every game.
Wow.
How
We're
many
gonna go
games?
through
Are,
it?
how many games are the Titans favored in?
All right.
We'll have that for you next. Stay tuned. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Buck Rising is the local Titans know-it-all guy. The Buck Rising Show. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 1045 The Zone.
The newest sports bar in Germantown, located right next to the Nashville Sounds ballpark. I've got an update for you. Now, it was one thing to enjoy watching football at the bar last fall on their what's got to be 30 flat screen TVs. But now that the Nashville Sounds baseball season has started again, Third and Home is a whole different animal. If you've never been, it's on the second level of the shared building with Brooklyn Bowl on 3rd Avenue North and the space that overlooks the beautiful First Horizon Park. They lift up those floor-to-ceiling garage doors to Third and Home's spacious beer patio that rivals all the top Nashville rooftop hangouts that you've seen. And the patio, when the weather is just right, like a lot of these nights, and when the Sounds are on the field, let's just say the place is popping. You can literally see the whole Sounds game as if you were sitting in the ballpark. Now, I haven't even mentioned the food yet, but it's spectacular. Word is already spreading about their chicken wings. Ron Slay. Third and Home has burgers, flatbreads, and salads as well. Ron stopped listening after I said wings. As well as a full bar with draft beer, liquor, and signature cocktails. It's really a cool venue, and especially when the weather's right, man, and those garage doors are open. That patio overlooking the game is so much fun. Open Wednesday through Sunday and during all Sounds home games. Check out thirdandhome.com for more information. We'll see you at Third and Home.
Mike Keith here. You know Nashville's at a huge seller's market right now. A lot of people could sell their homes and make a fortune, but they're afraid to because they think they won't find a place to buy. It's a huge missed opportunity, but my good friend Gary Ashton has the solution. Don't sell without the intel. Any real estate agent can put your home on the market, but you need a world-class team who can get you into the next one. With over 200,000 visitors to GaryAshton.com a month, nobody has better Nashville property intel, including off-market properties. It's the secret that the Gary Ashton team has to help you win the buyer battle, give you the confidence to sell today, and get top dollar for your home. If you're sitting on the sidelines, don't. With the Gary Ashton team, you can sell now, buy later, and relax. Cash in on your home equity now and get the best of all worlds for tomorrow. Call the Gary Ashton team with RE/MAX Advantage today at 615-301-1650 or visit GaryAshton.com. Sell now, buy later, and don't sell without the intel.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of Bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Chocolate sheet cake is different. It's richer and chocolatier. Count on Bluebell to make it into milk chocolate ice cream with delicious chocolate sheet cake pieces, chopped pecans, and a chocolate icing swirl. It's fresh out of the oven. I mean freezing.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days.
On Ron's 7th birthday was Dirty Diana by Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Ooh.
that is legit.
See, now this all up. Listen to me, people. Listen, I ain't up here, you know what I mean,
And
to
now
bash
everything's
nobody.
okay in your
yeah,
world.
man. I'm just, all I'm trying to do, look, man, get everybody out there, have a good time, man. That song right there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I knew you would like that so much that I didn't tell you when I
Yeah.
saw it. I was like, I'm waiting until we get on the air.
And guess what? I still love Kim Carnes. I still want her. I
You
still
reached
want
out to her on
I
Twitter?
reached out to her. I would love to come, love for her to call in.
You're such a people pleaser.
Yeah, I want to discuss that song, Betty Davis' Eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, but now you don't have to.
No, I still want to talk
It was
about
number
it.
one when you were born, though.
Yeah, But
Might mean something to your mama.
Diana. Ooh, hey, boy.
Hey.
That's a bad boy right there. That's me. All right, man. Go and do Allan Bell, man. I'm good. I'm straight.
He's all good
Yeah,
now.
I'm straight, man.
Allan Bell joins us. AB, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. Now, let me tell you this. Mine was Mariah Carey, Emotions. All right, so I don't know what that means. I guess I'm finding love this year. I don't know what that means, but hey, you know what? We're riding with it.
Playing with my emotions. You're going to play with emotions of Titans fans. Here, you have at sportsline.com the Titans 2021 betting lines for all of their games.
Yep, all 17. So you look at it, kind of break it down. Look, the Titans are going to be favored in 8 games. They're underdogs in 9 games. So a decent little spread in terms of how it laid out. But understand this. The games that they're underdogs in, there's a lot of very, very close ones, right? So week 3 versus the Colts, they're a 1-point underdog. You look at, at New England right before the bye, they're a 1-point underdog. The largest spread where they're on the underdog side is going to be that Rams game in Los Angeles at plus 5.5. So understand that. We're not looking at any, massive, games that the Titans, Vegas just thinks no chance, no way. So all you got to do is steal 1 or 2 of these underdog games, win the ones you're supposed to. Yeah, you'll fit right in.
Yeah, the biggest spread for the Titans in terms of them being favored is against Houston, which probably won't surprise anybody, 8.5. Houston's going to struggle, I'm thinking. Are people in the betting world thinking that Deshaun Watson will not be the quarterback for the Houston Texans this year?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty much assumed, right? And you look at, Houston spreads throughout the season, they're bad. This team arguably most likely could be the worst team in the NFL. And I hate it for their new head coach because this is a guy who's worked, years and years and years to get to this point. And he's coming in to honestly, just a suicide mission. They're just going to be terrible. But, yeah, this division is going to come down to Tennessee and Indianapolis. I think Jacksonville gets better, with Urban Meyer. The guy's won everywhere, but it ain't happening this year.
Man, I don't know. There's some weird stuff going on there already with Herb. The Tebow.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, do we have odds on, Tebow making this roster or anything crazy like that?
0.
No, we don't have anything like that. We'll probably see that pop up, once we get closer to training camp. Here's the thing for Tim. We looked at it, first off, Trevor Lawrence was, 12, when Tim Tebow last played in the NFL. If he's going out, as a tight end, an H-back, that type of position, buddy, you don't get a red jersey in training camp. You got to hit constantly. So I'm interested to see what that looks like for him.
I will say this. A former Titan that listens to the show all the time sent me a message that he thinks that Tebow will make the roster and will be a special teams player.
I wouldn't doubt it. Honestly, and let me say this. I'll give Urban Meyer the benefit of the doubt. This guy legitimately has won everywhere, literally everywhere. So, whatever decisions that he's doing down there, and Don is right. We've seen Kim. We've seen, in rookie minicamp practices already, Etienne, looking at a wide receiver, all kinds of different things. But, Herb's won. He's not a dummy. So, yeah, I bet Tim does end up making this roster.
Special teams guy at 33 years old,
Man.
huh?
Come down and lay the wood, man.
Tim Tebow will absolutely put in the work, and
He'll do
everybody knows that. So
yeah, when
there
he
we
said
go.
that, I was like, okay, you give me pause in this whole 0%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're all in on the 0%.
Yeah, but I could see the special teams thing.
Yeah.
Weird.
Physically, Tim looks great. We'll see. There's a difference between, looking great and being in football shape. But, the workout part, my man has not missed a day in the gym. He looks good.
I love it. So what can you tell us about what we learned last night with the Preds moving forward?
Yeah. So, first what we saw is Carolina's just a better team. And I don't say that negatively against the Predators. I think any honest fan, would say the same. The Predators should absolutely be commended for the run that they've had the last month and a half, getting to the playoffs. Absolutely. That was a very, very good turnaround. But Carolina is just better. If you look at their goalie that they went with last night, now in 24 games this season, he's only given up 3 or more goals twice. This guy is fantastic. So the odds, though, I'll say this. I was looking up some data on teams in the first round of the NHL playoffs when they win game 1. What are the odds that they win game 2? And quite honestly, it's 50%. Like last season, it was 50%. The season before, it was 50%. 4 years ago, it was 50%. So, the Preds aren't out of this thing by any means. But what you should understand is that Game 2 is absolutely a decider in, NHL, best of 7, playoff series. So if they go out and lose that one, again, not saying they're done, but that's trouble.
Allan Bell with us on 3HL. My horse, Midnight Bourbon, number 2 at the Preakness. What's going on at the Belmont, though? Bob Baffert not going to be allowed in. Have you got a read on what's going on in the whole horse wars?
Yeah, so it's wild. So the New York Racing Commission has temporarily suspended Bob Baffert. But here's the thing: they didn't suspend him until after the Triple Crown run was done.
That's right.
Like if Medina Spirit had won that race, there's no chance Baffert would have been suspended. They would have been milking that thing. But now that they know that the ratings are going to be just tanked, because honestly, who really cares? At this point, yeah. And it's also a temporary suspension. So, I'm sure, 3 months or so that, they'll get rid of it, because honestly, nobody's going to even be paying attention whatsoever. But it just goes to show you, man, like there's some issues in the sport, but it's a beautiful sport. Like I love watching these big Triple Crown races. It's tough when you see this stuff on the other side of it, though.
I love it, man. That Titans info is so good, dude. What will people that haven't been to sportsline.com, AB, what are they going to get?
Yeah, definitely. So, we're breaking down, literally every single sport, every single game. What you're going to get is you're going to get experts on the inside that are breaking it down from a betting perspective, but you're also going to get an advanced data simulation where we, simulate each game 10,000 times. We've already ran the Titans and Cardinals season opener. I could go ahead and tell you what our projected score is, what we've got, in terms of, every single player's stats. If Derrick Henry's going over 100 yards, what Josh Reynolds is going to look like in this offense, everything. So, yeah, hit up sportsline.com. We'll have you covered legitimately everywhere. If there's a game on, we got you.
Look at that. Just going to leave that hanging out there
Hey,
like a tease.
I was about to say, Allan Durham, you ain't going to tell us? Like, wait. Lead me to the water and not let me drink.
I'll tell you this. We got the Titans winning. Yeah, we got the Titans winning 26-22. So it's going to be kind of an interesting type game. And looking through the data in terms of, kind of player stats, Derrick Henry's going to go about 110 yards. He'll have his way with Arizona's defense. But look out, Kyler Murray might be racking up some rushing yards of his own.
J.J. Watt. I wanted to
love it, man. All right, AB. Hey, real quick, Justin on the Zone TV feed on YouTube says, Allan Bell is the man. I feel like he could sell me an air filter at an oil change place with the way he talks.
Well, Justin, I love you, buddy. I appreciate that. Your check's in the mail. Thank you so much for saying that in the chat. We appreciate it.
See you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
All right, Allan.
Thanks, guys.
All right, AB gave us the lines for all the Titans games. I'll read through those. I won't tell you guys during the break either, so you and the listeners can experience that in real time. Also, I just redid Dawn's number 1 song when she was 7 because we had pulled it for her birthday. It's definitely different.
It better be better.
What are you, February 25th?
Yeah.
Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi.
Oh, my gosh. That's the bet. That's Mike Drop.
See?
She did it. We'll be right back. We'll try to get her.
Titans Nation, the fandom that powers a city, Nashville.
He is the baddest man in the NFL.
There's only one place to find everything Titans football. 104.5 The Zone.
Brentwood Jewelry, that's where you need to go. Engagement season. Spring is the time for the perfect proposal, and Brentwood Jewelry is here to help you pop that question. Let them help you take stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings, or talk with their custom design specialists to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Did you know only 1 in 4 men involves their partner when purchasing an engagement ring? You need to get it done because my guys at Brentwood Jewelry can certainly help you out. They've also got an event coming up. Put this on your calendar. It is the Cars and Watches event at Brentwood Jewelry featuring Braemont watches Saturday, June 5th, 11 a.m. till 3 p.m. And you'll get cars and watches. Braemont watches, as I mentioned, meet the Braemont U.S. team, win prizes, enjoy food and beverages, Peruse the exquisite Braemont watches and enjoy the cars. Brentwood Jewelry, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
This is Tiki Barber with a CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is offering
because I watched the whole thing even to the end when they were doing the clap, the something warning.
The skull clap.
No,
I
what do
missed
they
that
call
part. You know what happened with me? I got behind, so I was on DVR, and once they scored that
was it?
empty netter, boom,
Oh, it was
gone.
over.
I
Mhm.
fast forwarded, so I missed. They do that Icelandic clap thing.
Yeah. It's called like, I think they call it like storm warning. So everybody, all the players get around center ice and they stand there with everybody, boom, in the crowd joins along with them and they do it. I think it's called storm warning.
I hate
And
that.
that mo was loud
I hate
too.
that crap.
Dude, and see, this is what I'm saying. Okay, all right, here we go, Brent. This is what I'm saying with this little wood piece right here. But
There's a piece of wood holding up, protecting us from COVID.
Right.
These sheets of glass,
yes,
and so
it's
Ron
in
and I
the way.
can't see each other
Yeah,
sometimes.
so the thing is, the Preds, and the Preds got off the ice quickly, which is understandable. Get on to the locker room, get this over with, wash it away. But, dude, I'm heated about that. Like, they got to make this game 1-1, man. So when they come here Friday, as a fan,
It's gonna be live.
I'm watching the game like, dude, I can't wait till they come here. The Preds got to be
Here's the
watching
thing,
that
though.
team.
They kept showing crowd shots, and am I crazy, or did I see a
Oh,
full building?
You saw a packed house.
Because they say that they had 2/3 full, and that they had about
It looked
12,000.
packed.
Every time they showed a crowd shot, I'm looking in the upper deck, and I'm seeing, I thought it was packed.
Yeah, I was
I'm like,
looking for empty seats.
Why do the Preds have 70%? They're packed over there in Carolina.
Come on, man. Some ain't adding up. Some ain't adding up.
Funny math.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Will Bowling walking down the hall. Slay just
Hey, man, that was
turned.
like high school right there. Like
Slay just
you
turned.
look-
And I couldn't see what Slay was looking at. Could you?
It was William.
And he just started laughing.
Got a glare.
Well,
And
guy
then,
was coming through.
Will comes around the glass. I'm like, okay.
Oh, Will, we got some funny stats over there for you, too. But I will say, man, watching that game as a Predators fan and really being invested in the team now, I like it to say, I can't wait till Friday.
One of my favorite things about right now is going through Ron Slay's hockey fandom experience.
Yeah, man, I'm
like
feeling
the
it, bro.
growth of Slay and the Preds fandom.
And the emotional roller coaster that it
He's on
is with this team right now.
Yep. They can't, and that's another thing.
I'm
a
almost
newcomer.
ready
Do
to
it.
put you in the locker room before the game and let you talk to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't trust John Hines to get people pumped, man.
Oh my.
Man, he ain't got no.
Did you have
I
an
got
issue
something better
with
than that.
his lineup?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay, why?
Because
I wish I
You
knew
got to
the
try
difference. I don't know
something
the
when you're clearly not the better team.
Yeah, but you had just won 2 games against them. And
Yeah,
I
2
know
games
what,
that didn't matter for them or to them.
they were still playing.
They were out there.
Well, but no.
Each team
no,
rested
no,
people
no.
in the last one. I don't care about that one. But the game before that, they're
I thought
playing.
they were playing for something.
No.
Let me ask you this, Babs. Okay, so even with them resting people, is it? Are we shut out good if they're resting guys? Like Pekka, who hasn't really played.
The Preds were resting people too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was a totally different. I mean,
But even
who,
on a
who knows if it was actually his last game or not?
I think
Nobody
you have.
really knows,
I
but-
think you have to put Fabro back out there. Good Branson at 6'5", 222. They're skating circles around them.
dude, they too fast. What's my guy's name that I was asking? Zax. What Zax? What am I talking about? I ain't got it, man. I'm just out
I think
here.
you're getting hungry again.
Yeah, I'm
You're
just
thinking
out here.
about
I don't know
Zach
what's going on.
snacks,
I was really talking.
which I've seen you eat
Yeah,
twice.
I'll get that too.
in the last week.
Chicken, man. I'm just that guy. Jackson. Ain't that my guy name? Lil Jackson that was teaching me Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
Judson.
this is
Jackson Allen.
Yeah, Jackson Allen. There we go.
Oh, Jackson Allen.
Yeah,
Judson's
so,
kid.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So when he was explaining it to me, telling me the rules and the ways you can get line changes, what he explained to me, and he knows quite a bit, they were so fast, it was difficult to get a line change in.
Yeah.
Like that, hey man, and I'm new to this. And like Bab said, for me to notice that immediately.
My 10-year-old was saying, why do they keep dumping the puck in? And I said, because they're having trouble getting line changes.
Right, like, dude, that's tough, man.
So do you go Tolvanen because he's like your best power play guy? I do. But to Alex Daugherty's point, the beauty of playoff hockey is that every game is like a chapter in a book. Like I said earlier, every game can be completely different than the other. It's tough to go one game to the next and find some sort of connecting fiber of momentum or things like that. Now, that doesn't mean that the Preds are going to win or Carolina's going to play bad or whatever, but I think those that are new to the sport, when you watch, you're going to see a completely different game.
And see,
does that mean Carolina loses? No.
Right.
But you're going to see a completely different game. No, so there were 5 penalties called in the first period. Usually in playoff hockey, they hold the whistle a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is they hold the whistle a little bit in game 2, so putting Tolvanen in, maybe it doesn't help you in the power play. But they look completely lost on the power play. Completely.
Yeah.
So my thing would be, would we expect, like 5-2 is like a high-scoring game, right?
I mean, 5 goals is a lot,
especially
in a playoff game.
Especially in the playoffs. And can I point that out, too? Because I just sat here was that yesterday or last week, and I talked about David Legwan saying, playoff hockey's just different, and me saying, okay, but why? What makes playoff hockey? Every single shift matters. Every single movement is done to like the next level because it's skate or die, right? So it's just next level from shift to shift, from, player to player, from skate to skate, all of it.
Right.
And I didn't feel that from the Preds, at least starting second period. I didn't feel that like sense of urgency from the Preds. I didn't feel playoff hockey from the Preds.
The Preds felt like the boxer in the ring that the knees are buckling and they're just trying to stand up.
It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, what were we talking about where Joey was just standing there? Like
that was awful.
Yeah.
That to me, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
this isn't that playoff hockey sense of urgency at all.
And then Yossi in front of the net trying to get the puck to the corner, and he just kind of slowly did it, and so it doesn't get there, and it gets to stall again, and so those 2 goals are not on Yossi to me, but I thought he played pretty well.
Yeah.
I did too.
So my guess is there's some lineup change. He made it sound like he's not going to do it though, because he put it on the players today. He said the players that we have to elevate their games.
And in a sense, I'm going to be honest.
I agree.
That's right.
I agree. But if I'm a player, then that's the coach putting it on me, which is fine. But you're doing it publicly.
I think we have that sound. Do you want to do that on the other side?
Do you have that? Oh, 5:15. Yes, let's do that when we come back. Also, the Tennessee transfer that we mentioned, Kamal Haddon, I've got the recruiting profile for him to give you a better indication of what he is. Certainly Tennessee.
Because he didn't play a ton.
He didn't play at Auburn a ton, junior college transfer. But we'll go back to recruiting. And yes, Tennessee did offer him back in the day. All that coming up, 3HL. Oh, and the Titans, we meant to get to this. Titans lines for all of the games from SportsLine.com. We got that for you, too. Stay tuned.
Come on. You want to listen to Blaine and Mickey. Come on. Blaine and Mickey. Tomorrow afternoon, 1 to 3 on 104.5 The Zone.
Gupton Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, new or pre-owned, these guys can help you out. They simply ask of you one thing. If you're out there looking for that next new vehicle, shopping from dealer to dealer, include them. And that's what I ask of you as well. And the reason is because it's the best car buying experience you'll ever have. Go see my friends at Gupton Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. Ask your questions. Take your test drive. Their only goal is to get you in the vehicle that's right for you and your family. That's it. Awesome people. You'll understand that immediately. We've done multiple shows up there and kind of watched that process, and it's always fun to see all that go down. GuptonMotors.com is the website. That's where you can get all of the dealership information. The entire inventory is there as well. Again, GuptonMotors.com. 24 West to exit 35, straight shot 3450, Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee. About 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
When you place a wager with William Hill Sportsbook, every sports moment is even more interesting. And we have a special offer to help you bet on all your favorite sports risk-free. Download the William Hill Sportsbook app, and when you sign up, you can get started with a risk-free bet of up to $500. Use promo code RadioRF. Must be 21 years or older and present in Tennessee to bet. Paid and free bets. New users only. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call or text the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789. Let's make it interesting with William Hill Sportsbook.
Hey folks, this is Paul Winkler. When you've been doing
See, Will has a history.
That's
of
why
telling
I
us
bust
stuff.
out laughing when
Good
he
song
came around
choice,
the corner.
Joe.
Listen, that's Dawn. That song was number one when Dawn turned 7.
That's a bad song.
Living on a Prayer. It's a great song.
What's up?
So, Will Bowling has a history. I'm going to tell you what
That's
I told
the
my
Preds
wife
game.
a long time
Yes,
ago.
it is. It's
Everything is open for on air because
No.
I don't have the ability or the time or any of those things to stop myself while a mic is on
Right.
and you're talking live into
You
a
should
mic.
Trust
probably
me.
get that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
I have-
develop that skill at this point in your
I
career.
have
Dude,
been
I'm
screwed
25 years in. What are you
numerous
gonna
times.
do?
It's not going to happen.
It
What'd
ain't
you
happening.
say, Babs, and what?
I said I've been screwed numerous times by Mayor because he can't keep his mouth shut
No,
on the air.
everything's fair game. You tell me
He
something
totally
that's
does
going
it
out.
on purpose, dude. He doesn't care.
I love it.
No, that's
This is why I was addressing the comment I was making at Dawn, but it's fine.
So Will has an opportunity, but we can't mention it. So, but congratulations on your opportunity. But
Right.
the opportunity to me was really funny.
Yes.
You know what
was.
I do have the opportunity to promote right now?
What?
What?
The
You doing
Zone
something online?
The Zone Daily podcast that is up on all 104.5 The Zone podcast platforms every morning at 5 a.m.
Okay, but real quick.
That's what I came in here to tell y'all during the break, but
Okay,
I'm just doing
but
it now
then,
live
but
on
then
the
we
air.
were talking about other stuff. So hit exactly what it is. You
Yes.
have about 20 seconds. Go.
So I'm going on my promotional tour of the new digital offering on 104.5 The Zone. It is 15 minutes every day of headlines to start your day of what happened the night before, one featured topic and conversation. I'll do interviews. I'll do my own segment where I just rant about things. Today was about the loser mentality that came out of the Preds post-game press conference yesterday is what I ranted about today. And then after that, it's telling you what's coming up the next night is the Zone Daily podcast. Every morning at 5 a.m. on
What
weekdays.
is it? 20, 15,
15 minutes,
15
absolute
minutes.
max.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. Quick
Get you
hitter.
ready for
Will?
all
Right.
your radio shows throughout the day.
Heavy,
You
Will.
mentioned the loser mentality.
Yes.
Can we play
What you got?
Coach?
Now and later over there? What's happening?
Is it bad? It's a Jolly Rancher. My throat hurts, so I'm
Nah, it's not bad.
sucking on a Jolly Rancher.
I love it.
It's great.
I was
Let
just
us
eating
know to your
nowadays and
teeth.
stop talking.
Can we? Oh, John Hines.
Yeah.
He was talking about the presser, and you've talked a lot about the lineup. You're not a fan of what he did with the lineup. His
Are you
decision
a fan of the lineup, Will Bowling?
No.
to go in that direction. Nobody is. See, I said, but look, when you're playing a team that you know outmatches you, they're faster than you are, they're better than you are, they're more skilled,
Right.
top to bottom, and honestly, I mean, Ron, what did you say? 16 experts that
Yes.
picked this series, and 0 of them picked them.
Zero.
Oh
One of
for
them picked up the
16.
seven.
And none of them going 7.
Right.
Yeah.
None. So you know it's clear. It's obvious. You're outmatched. And I didn't have a problem with his decision to go in that direction. This is how John Hines responded to that last night.
Well, I think it really comes down to the individual players and trying to have a little bit of balance of who's in, who's playing with who. Sometimes, we get in the playoff series, what the matchups would be. But at the end of the day, I mean, when you look at Carolina, they're big and fast. And so I think, for us, we have to make sure that, the players that we put in the lineup, as I've said, that, I do think, I think the core principle here, as it was last night after the game, and, a lot of the themes of the questions are some of the guys that are in or out. But, I'll go back to it. The players that we count on every single game here, there needs to be an elevation in their game. And when that happens, the players that play big minutes, the players that play tough matchups, the players that, you're never really considering taking in or out of the lineup, there needs to be an elevation in their game. And that's how you win. That's how you win in the playoffs. Those guys have to be able to produce. And then when you make these other lineup changes, there are additions to that. But the main group here needs to be better.
No question.
Here comes the bus. Boom. Just rolling over. I mean,
It's true.
so Will,
But he's right.
I don't know. I mean, that was today, so that wasn't last night. You were talking about last
Yeah.
night's press conference. That was today after morning skate, right? But I mean, Brent, you're right. He is right. But I felt like that was very much, hey, our stars need to up their game. It doesn't matter with the tinkering I did in the lineup. Doesn't matter when your dudes don't come to play.
I just think Good Branson is a liability. Just watching them skate around him.
So is Dante Fabro. That's the problem.
It's the problem.
Dante Fabro's giveaways and turnovers in his own zone has been the issue. I think Matt Benning is the guy over Dante Fabro for Good Branson.
You go Tolvanen?
I do go Tolvanen, and this was the thing that I had. Look, Grimaldi has given you the most amount of effort. 2 years ago against Dallas, Rocco Grimaldi was the guy when Nashville got knocked out by the Stars in the first round. My issue is with John Hines saying, oh, well, we were tied after the second period last night. Yeah, look at the stats after the second period as well. Offensive zone possession time, 6 minutes, 17 seconds for Carolina, 2:59 for Nashville.
Yeah.
Slot shots on net, 13-5 Carolina. The way they played in the first two periods wasn't sustainable.
Right.
It wasn't indicative of how the game was actually going.
Well,
so don't come at me with, oh, well, it's tied at the end of the second period. We've got a chance.
Why?
I don't care. UC Saros was making stops.
I think you're right, too, and I don't even need the analytics. Watching the game in real time, War Damn Eagle.
Sorry.
War Damn
Touchdown Auburn somewhere in the world. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's touchdown Auburn somewhere.
Did an Auburn player get his wings?
Or transferred to Tennessee. So
yes, maybe that was the transfer
Correct,
indicator.
that's the new Tennessee transfer.
Which I'll get to in
That's
just a
the
second.
portal.
I
Coming
don't
out of
even
the
need the
portal.
analytics. Just watching the game. Hockey is this sport. It's kind of like a wave that you can feel coming. And I think everybody that was watching that game when it went to the intermission before the third period understood what was about to happen. And you hope that you can slide a sneaky goal in to kind of put that off and maybe change the momentum. But they had swung that game into their favor, and it was just a matter of time before it was going to happen.
So why is it not sustainable?
I think they
because
tried to run.
Because it was for two periods.
They tried to run through Carolina, then Carolina started skating by them. I just think they ran out of gas, honestly. I mean, the hits were way in Nashville's favor in the first period.
First period, they looked great.
It evened out a little bit in the second. I just don't think you can ask this team to just try to hit Carolina for 3 periods and try to out-muscle them. My issue was I thought Nashville tried to match up too much with Carolina and sacrificed being the best version of the Nashville Predators in an effort to match up with the Carolina Hurricanes. You can't match up with this Carolina Hurricanes team. You're just not good enough. So be the best version of the Predators independent of what the Hurricanes are going to do, and that, I think, is your best chance to just hope that UC Saros stands on his head and that the best version of the guys around UC Saros can muster something to try to steal this thing.
That is very good analysis. Well done, my friend. Hey, by the way,
that's why we keep you around.
In the words of Candace Parker, talking to Shaquille O'Neal or Charles Barkley, take the surprise out your voice, please. Take the surprise out your voice. I'm kidding.
That in your your daily podcast. That's why we.
This is what I said on the daily podcast this morning. Actually,
and in addition to all of that, people looking for Preds content before and after the game, Zone TV.
Yes, 6:40. Lucas is going to switch to pregame for tomorrow night. I'm going to do postgame with Alex Daugherty as the final horn sounds. And then however much reaction we've got, we're going to go until people want to stop talking about the Preds. So we went about 30 minutes last night with me and Lucas. It was really good stuff. It's on the AtoZ Facebook page and YouTube page. It is on our 104.5 The Zone Twitch and Twitter pages. We're going to be doing that for every game. We're also going to be doing that. I think I can announce this now. See, look, I'm learning from you. I'm just going to go ahead and announce things even if I don't know.
Open book, man.
Speak it into existence.
That way you don't have to worry about anything.
Poncho and Lefties Friday. Y'all are going to be there. Lucas and I will be there post-game.
Oh, nice.
Drinking margs, having chips and queso, having whatever the people want to be having on the rooftop. And we're going to do a live post-game reaction show from Poncho and Lefties on Friday night.
Perfect.
Good. Yes, come see us on Friday at Poncho's. I love that place, and I love people.
Are
and
good
want to
tacos.
see you. Yeah.
Oh, unbelievable!
The
tacos.
Nashvilleian in me, I'm very loyal to places that are Nashville places. This is a Nashville place.
Right.
This is not a chain that's coming. Like this is. We know the people that are running this place, and their adobo chicken tacos
so good
are my favorite tacos in Nashville. And I don't throw that around loose. It's like when I compare a show to Game of Thrones or The Office.
Yeah,
like,
you're
I don't
like
do that. Like
a testy little millennial. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, you
Also,
are when it comes to food. It's true.
The people that run Poncho and Lefties, Ron Slay, brought us Edley's Barbecue.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's the same people, Will and those guys.
You're gonna have to do
There's a light bulb going on in the head of Ron
Or
Slay.
Friday.
Yeah.
Nachos.
Nachos. You can do nachos.
Good margaritas too.
Yep, definitely. Thank you, Will. Good stuff.
Thank you.
There he is, Will Bowling, all over the Zone. And again, Zone TV, Ron Slay is all over it today. Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and what am I leaving out? YouTube. Randall on Facebook, is Miss Davenport playing tennis today? He's looking at you. I said that it looked like she just got back from a golf tournament.
And I match. I've got gray. I've got the red undershirt on.
You're matchy.
Matchy today.
Kamal Haddon is the transfer from Auburn to Tennessee. That's what set Don's phone off, I think.
Position is he?
Cornerback. And he's 6'2", 185. So long, athletic corner. He was at junior college, went to Auburn. Not much playing time. So the position of need certainly in the back part of that secondary. Definitely true in the back seven. The back 4 or 5 in most cases.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah, going back to recruiting, 3-star player, and he had offers from Arizona, Arkansas, Kentucky, Nebraska, Tennessee, Washington State, kind of all over the place.
Good list.
West Virginia, and Auburn. Yeah, Auburn. So there you go. So Tennessee with another transfer.
They got him from Independence Community College. He's on Last Chance U.
Oh, yes, really?
That's right.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So there you go. What else were we doing? Oh, Titans.
Yep.
Titans odds for every game according to CBS.
I can't wait to hear this.
Sportsline.com. Sportsline.com from Allan Bell.
I'm going to make a mental note.
The Titans are favored in 8 games. They are underdogs in 9 games. 8 and 9.
Okay.
All right. So Arizona favored by 2.5. 1-0. If you just go by what you're doing here. 3.5 point underdog at Seattle, which we learned last week. Nashville gets more rain than Seattle, and so does Knoxville. Knoxville gets more rain than Nashville.
But just real quick, just to clarify, Seattle has more cloudy days.
I didn't have to tell you that information. I could have just,
I know you could have, but accuracy is important to you. And I appreciate that.
More rain.
So Seattle is still way depressing.
And so what I've heard from people that lived there is, honestly, it's like a misty rain typically, like almost every day that you have something.
Right. So it's not, you don't have the actual rainfall, but you just have negative, like gloomy gray.
Yeah. Mother Nature's like, hey, y'all want like a 10-inch flood rain? Here you go.
That's Nashville.
Yeah.
At any time.
So 1-1, 3.5 point underdog at Seattle. Then 1 point underdog at home against Indianapolis. We talked about how big those 3 games are. If you're sitting there at 1 and 2, that's not the desired scenario.
You said 1 point underdog.
Yep, at home against Indianapolis. Why does Vegas always love Indianapolis so much?
Why does Vegas love Indy right now? I know that
they were the favorite to win the division last year before, and we were like, why are you picking them? How? What? And the Titans won it.
Is it because every year they find a quarterback to step in somehow, and you know that offensive line is legit?
I guess.
Will provide the protection for whoever the quarterback is?
Yeah, and Wentz has been awful since he was great.
Right.
But he's got a live arm. I mean, so, you got to worry about him.
Yeah, he got a live arm to both teams, though, yeah.
Yeah, he does have a live arm to both teams.
That's a great way to put it, Slay.
Then they play the New York Jets, so that'll, cure some evils there. 2.5 point favorite at New York. Remember, I'm the only guy that wants to go to that game.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because I want to go to Manhattan. I want to stay at the Plaza.
Okay, go to Manhattan and stay at the Plaza
Macaulay
over
Culkin?
Christmas as a vacation. Yeah. Don't go and watch that game.
The reason for the Plaza is because it's right next to Central Park, and I love Central Park. It's my favorite place in the world.
Home Alone.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of that there. They don't hide from it. Jacksonville, 2.5 point favorite at Jacksonville. So suddenly the Titans are now 3-3. Buffalo and Nashville, 2.5 point underdog. 2.5 point underdog. 3-4. Kansas City.
That's about right.
In Nashville, 4.5 point underdog.
Wow.
4.5.
At Indianapolis, 3.5 point underdog. At the Rams, we talked about this stretch when the schedule came. At the Rams, 5.5 point underdog.
God, that's a lot.
So that's 4 games in a row that they are underdogs currently.
That stretch. Yep.
New Orleans at home, 2.5 point favorite. What if the Saints get Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. I hope it's still there.
That'll be changing.
5.5 point underdog at home.
At least.
Houston, 8.5-point favorite.
10.
8.5.
Good Lord.
Favorite.
I have
That's a
not
huge
seen
spread.
a Tennessee-Houston spread that large probably ever since I've been following the Titans.
I mean, most NFL spreads aren't near that.
Right.
So, yeah, that's Vegas has taken into account that Deshaun Watson will not be the quarterback. 1-point underdog at New England. Then you have the bye week. I'm not sure Mac Jones isn't the quarterback by then and that the Titans are not favored in that game. But we'll see. Jacksonville in Nashville, 6-point favorite after the bye week.
It's pretty big.
That's a lot, yeah.
3-point underdog at Pittsburgh. Need to talk to your guy Ramon over there.
3-point underdog
at Pittsburgh. 2-point underdog at San Francisco. You may get Trey Lance by then, although if San Francisco got a pretty good chance to be in it still, so maybe you still have Garoppolo there. 3-point favorite against Miami, Tua coming to Nashville. And 6-point favorite at Houston. So think about it. If you're going by the lines and it's 8 and 9, before those last 2 weeks, the Titans would be 6 and 9. So anyway, obviously lots can
And
change.
Vrabel would have to keep the wheels on the bus.
Yeah.
Wheels on the bus go round and round.
They'll be coming off and off.
Maybe.
That bus going to be on the blocks?
Yeah.
It's going to be like the Bussin' with the Boys bus that doesn't run.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Well, maybe they can get it sponsored. We'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
We have a face for radio. Just you wait and see. Live on Twitch right now. 1045 The Zone TV at 1045thezone.com.
Drive, a division of Tenneco in Smyrna, has multiple openings for material handlers, full-time day, night, and weekend shifts, and part-time positions available as well. Drive offers jobs starting at $15.25 an hour, plus 2 increases in your first year. Medical insurance on day 1, $2,000 retention incentive, tuition reimbursement, opportunity for growth, and much more. Come join Drive today. Apply at jobs.tenneco.com. Drive, a division of Tenneco in Smyrna.
Every day we encounter non-emergencies, blocked sidewalks, abandoned cars, noisy neighbors. None are good, but none are true emergencies either. Metro Nashville 911 dispatchers receive over 11,000 non-emergency calls each month that should be going to 311
And it better be serious over there.
Yeah.
They got to have it. Got to
Better
have
come
it,
with
Slay.
They better come with it. If they don't, it's gonna be a problem. Don't let me down. Along with everybody else, just don't let me down, man. Please.
I mean, like, Slay's like a baby Preds fan.
There
he's
you
just,
go.
like, rolled up in the little, like, he's snuggled up, and he just wants to have a good time.
Don't let me be that newborn predator.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to, in the
And
third
run
period.
across the street and get smacked.
You're down 3-0.
Predator.
Suddenly you have a blowout diaper. You don't want to be that baby. Slay.
Right. Mom got to hurry out and come get me. What did I got on? Don't let the people wonder what I got on, people. Preds. Let me come home in the same thing that I was changed. That I wore out of the house. I don't want to change clothes. How you think about that, Babs?
I agree. I'm with you, Slay.
Thanks.
They got to protect you.
See?
It is almost dong season. Did you see that?
What?
Did you see that it's going to be in the 90s
Is
in like 5 days?
That's
well,
crazy.
come on. That's
gotta
good
get that
because we
soon,
have
huh?
like the 40s in May.
Yeah, this is true. I'm not ready for the heat.
You don't like it? See, give me the heat. Give me 100 degrees any day.
The older I get,
over
the more
20.
I like it.
My
I
thing
will say
is,
that.
you can always warm up.
Put
You know,
more
it's
clothes on.
Never cool off. Yeah, man. You can't cool off. You're just going to sit in the water and pool and prune. I'll be over your house, Brent. It's cool.
Come on. Let's go.
I know what to do.
Uncle Tito, odds are Uncle Tito will be there.
Yeah, well, I definitely got to be there. I got to make sure he's okay because Uncle Tito will jump in the water or anything.
How's your monkey doing over there?
He cool. See, he always cool when I'm here. My own, don't smack. Don't do nothing to my monkey.
I'm going to laugh if it hadn't been him the whole time and it's been Buck just walking over and doing it.
Can you imagine if it was Buck?
Now.
Ooh, we need to set up a camera.
Yep.
I mean, we've got
I'm gonna start watching them. Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, cause see, I listen to the show sometime and then I'm gonna start watching every time. I'm gonna go back and watch. I'm gonna go back and watch the replay.
There you go. I
Might
like
be
it.
Rhett Bryan sneaking in.
Nah, that's my boy. He wouldn't do me like that.
Red Bryan would like never do anything.
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. He'll fix the
Nah.
headband on the monkey.
yeah.
No, in
That's
fact,
all
Rhett Bryan would
Rhett
probably
Bryan
bring
is
like
a
a
saint.
female monkey for that
He's a saint.
monkey. Just to make that monkey happy.
Hey, you hang over here.
Procreation time. Let's go to Cheeseburger next up on 3.
Charlie.
Cheeseburger, what's up?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Hey, we're good, man.
I'm good too. I was going to tell y'all, if y'all want, I will come see y'all in person at Ponchos and Lefties Friday and do a rap song for y'all to get the city hyped up Friday for Game 3 of the Predators. And also, can y'all talk a little bit about Florida State football? Because I want to see Florida State football be back on top and win a championship here soon, because it's time for Florida State, the ACC, to represent here soon in college football. I'm tired of seeing Alabama win all the time. I think it's time for Florida State to get back on top.
All right.
Look at you.
All right, Cheeseburger, 2 things. Number 1, bring that rap song to
Please,
Poncho
we're
and
dying
Lefties.
for that.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Bring that thing.
I am a tough critic too, because I'm gonna tell you what's real cheeseburger. If you ain't got you don't got no cheese on your burger or what, I'm gonna let you know.
And number 2, oddly enough, we did talk about Florida State football
We
today.
But it's
absolutely
brief.
did.
It's
And-
brief because ain't nothing going on.
Well, and by the way, I mean, they're going to be tested early in that Labor Day weekend. They've got Notre Dame on Sunday in prime time. So there you go.
Man, it's a lot of Florida State fans.
On the
down here,
5th,
man.
FSU in the prime spotlight. So, Mike Norvell, what you
Show
got?
something. Show something.
Hey, man, I got a friend that's a big old Florida State fan. He said we're a basketball school now.
Man, shout out to Leonard
sounds like
Hamilton
Tennessee.
fraternity.
Yes.
They can't recruit, man. They
How
can't.
can you not recruit to Florida State?
That,
I get that,
yeah,
but
that's not.
They,
that ain't supposed
their
to be like that.
facilities are god awful.
well, I'm really surprised that Willie Taggart jacked that thing up. I really thought that he was going to have success there.
They should have brought Dion back.
Yeah.
He was a
I
great
don't know.
quarterback at Western Kentucky, man. He was a hilltopper.
I think, well, here's the problem. I think Taggart walked in and it happens to quite a few coaches. It was more of a
It's the
mess than he thought it was
S-bomb moment.
going to be. Yep, exactly.
I've heard that from
and to
multiple
get it-
Tennessee coaches.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah,
But I want to say honestly, FSU, it was like times 50 for that.
Really?
Yes, like it was a mess. And relationships with your big boosters that
amazing.
Oh, that's good
that
to hear.
help to kind of fund those facilities that need to be upgraded. That was an issue. There was a lot going on there where there were sides picked, and then on top of it, that was kind of exasperated and there. So I think there's a lot behind the scenes that went on there to have them in the position they are right now, which is Mike Norvell has a heck of a lot of work to do. And that's not a knock on their current players or their roster. It's the same conversation with Tennessee that it takes time. And to find the depth that you need at that level, it takes time, way more so for Tennessee when you're playing in the heart of the SEC week in and week out than Florida State and the ACC, obviously. But it's going to take time. We'll see.
Dawn, I'm so happy you said that because I was, man, so many times wondering, like, darn, is anybody else going through this, what we're going through in Tennessee? And after you said that, like, I'm so happy. Like, yes.
So you delight in the misery of Florida State.
Yeah, them and the Texans and Houston. Like, yeah, man, everybody just go downhill. Yeah,
it's not just us. Misery loves company.
You better believe it. And we're going to leave y'all there on that bus, that misery bus. We're going to get off soon.
What's going to happen the next time Tennessee wins 10 game?
Oh, my gosh. Gonna be a Josh Heupel statue somewhere if he can make that happen.
Hey, boy, you thought they had a mythical championship with UCF.
You gonna go home with all your clothes on?
No, for what? What?
Oh, back at it tomorrow. The recorded edition of 3HL is coming up next. Thanks to Joe Hunk. Appreciate y'all for not having important Ron Slay. They can tell you bye too, but good night. God bless.
We gone.
Hunk, you're dead to me. Slay, you're the man. Love ya.
J-Mart and Ramon.
But I ended up getting the wife a new Ford Explorer. He had this Ford Mustang on the lot.
So you picked that up also?
Picked it up.
Come on, man. I sometimes pick up, like, Altoids. You're like, I was buying her a car. I decided, yeah, I'll buy that Mustang, too.
J-Mart and Ramon. Tomorrow morning from 6 to 10.